Rina, what, in your opinion, are the immediate implications, both economic and political? We heard from our correspondent, but how are people in Washington viewing this feud?
Well, Trump is definitely in hot water here. This Musk feud is exposing cracks in his GOP fortress just as the 2026 primaries heat up. So when you look at this on its face, you see Musk's $288 million campaign cash and his clout on the platform X, formerly known as Twitter. That's how Trump got his boost there in 2024. That's what brought him to win the White House in many ways. So this betrayal really stings hard. But if Musk keeps hyping a quote unquote new political party or backing anti-Trump candidates, he could juice challengers in Republican primaries. And so again, his threat to quote unquote fire Bill supporters is a direct shot at Trump's loyalists. And one thing is for sure, Trump's base loves him, but Musk has a cult following as well. If the soap opera continues to drag on, it could split the MAGA vote or embolden moderates to push back. Trump's America First agenda needs unity, and this mess is anything but that.
Right, there's a little reticence from supporters of both, just trying to see how this plays out. But what does this mean for Trump's big, beautiful bill in Congress? Is that in danger of not passing?
Well, very much so. Forget tariff renegotiations for a moment. That's always being talked about every day of the week since Trump announced such big retaliatory tariffs. But in general, what people tend to forget is this was supposed to be a really big week in the U.S. Senate. There are Senate Republicans who are racing to get that big, beautiful bill that passed in the House. They want it passed in the Senate. They want it turned into law right over to Trump's desk. And right now, it's looking like a lot of the vibe in the Senate, for lack of a better phrase, is being completely, totally shaken up. Because what this Musk and Trump cage match has done is really put, again, this tax cut bill back on the burner, and it barely squeaked through in the House. But with with Musk calling it a disgusting abomination, that's what's got deficit hawks like Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky and Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin. That's what's got them itching to flex their no votes.
How much worse can this breakup get? I mean, we're heading into a weekend here in the United States. What's happening behind the scenes on both sides of this divide? Are they being encouraged to find a way forward together to make up? I mean, what's the conversation?
The conversation is still one of shock, because in the modern political era, we just haven't seen this kind of thing because of the influence of outside entities, things like social media platforms, namely X, formerly known as Twitter, and with Elon Musk being the owner of that platform and having some 220 million followers himself there, his polls and his rants are really turning up the heat on the senators who, again, like I mentioned earlier, are tasked with passing this bill in their chamber before July 4th. So in essence, what we see is this is a real wobbling of the political moment. There's Trump's wrath on one hand, and then there's voter backlash on the other. And in the front and center of all this is that primaries are looming. So this isn't just a spat, it's a Senate game changer, and I cannot overstate that.
All right, Rina Shah of Rilax Strategies. We appreciate that insight. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me here.